And I'm back! And yay! We're gonna talk about Funtime Foxy, who I honestly have the least amount of beef with in the FNAF world. Like, I pretty much love all the Foxy variants we've gotten. Though I will say I find it funny, Funtime Foxy is roughly the fan favorite of the Foxys, yet gets not a lot to do in the games or any attention after. Like, we technically didn't get any voice lines till Ultimate Custom Night, which kind of proves they're a ringleader, which all of you already know, but I'm gonna say it anyway, they look nothing like one. I find it funny Afton went through all this trouble to completely change everything about OG Foxy into Funtime Foxy, yet didn't stop to think to actually give some indication they're the ringleader in their design. Like, what made him think making Funtime Foxy just pink was gonna let kids know they're the ringleader? Cause it sure wasn't the bow tie. And don't get me wrong, I honestly do like Funtime Foxy. I think the paint job is very cute and kid-friendly. Their makeup and colors work well with the circus theme. It's just the lack of everything else. Like, Baby and Ballora, though not 100% giving circus theme, still somewhat look like they're trying. It truly feels like Afton gave zero fucks about what the animatronics actually looked like or their characters. But what I also find funny is that Funtime Foxy probably has the most amount of detail, or at least attention to their design, since their paint job is really well done. Like, their nails, their joints, the chest and feet and face are all painted pink. Like, you can tell a lot of actual thought went into the paint job, because the only part painted pink that's similar to OG Foxy is their chest. Everything else is just cuz. I also think it's really telling as well that Funtime Foxy has a tail, while OG Foxy never had one. So, like, even though Foxy doesn't look like a ringleader, a weird amount of thought on how they looked was used, which makes me both happy and confused. But it's Afton, so I'm not gonna think that hard on it. I do want to point out, though, that it was crazy smart to remake OG Foxy and Freddy, because one, they were probably the fan favorites of the other location, and two, since they were made by someone else, we don't have the issue of them not being kid-friendly, even with the teeth. I honestly think Funtime Foxy is the least horrifying from a kid's perspective. The only issue I can truly see parents having is their feet and fingernails, but since it's the 80s, I'm sure no one really cares about the possible 6-foot animatronic scratching or slicing their kids' legs off, so it's fine. Anyway, I think my only true hang-up with Funtime Foxy and Funtime Freddy is the drive-through microphone on their chests. Like, Baby and Ballora don't have them, so why do Freddy and Foxy have them? Like, it's not something you can just slap on them and walk away. You have to cut a hole in the metal to keep it there and all the parts. Like, I just find it weird since the OG animatronics didn't have them or need them. Is it just so Funtime Foxy can throw their voice, or is it just Afton being Afton at this point? Anyway, let's move on to the redesign. I want to show you guys so badly. Plus, I honestly have nothing really bad to say about Funtime Foxy other than the fact that they do not look like a ringleader. I honestly think that the animatronic design is really, really good. The patchwork is cute. It blends in pretty well. The color is also spread around really evenly and nicely. Everything about Funtime Foxy is honestly goals. Like, slay, bitch. But yeah, it's just the ringleader thing that kind of bugs me. So we're going to talk about in the redesign. Let's go. Okay, since I had asked and looked around to see what exactly Funtime Foxy's role was in Circus Baby's Pizza World, all the answers pointed to them being a ringleader, which surprised me because they don't look like one at all. Like, they look more like Easter themed to me. Almost like Afton was trying to make them look more like a rabbit, which kind of works for the circus theme if we're going with Funtime Foxy being the magician's rabbit, which I guess they could still be and still be the ringleader, but I don't think kids are gonna get ringleader from Funtime Foxy. They're just gonna think rabbit. So when redesigning Foxy, I decided to put them in a ringleader suit, but since this line of animatronics don't have fabric shells for me to put actual clothes on them, I had to think of something that would look good painted, since unlike Baby and Ballora, a simple paint job wasn't gonna cut it. So I painted their legs to give the appearance of pants with yellow stripes on the side, and made their calves a different pink, but also to give the illusion of spats, since Funtime Foxy has black dots on their calf. I figured, why not? Like, spats are old school, simple and they're not really part of the ringleader look, but I think it works for that fantastical element going on with the animatronics. I also made Funtime Foxy's feet more similar to the other OG animatronics since OG Foxy didn't really have feet, and Funtime Foxy's feet just look like an electric razor, so yeah, rounded toes. I also painted their toenails gold to stick with the theme that all the Circus Baby cast will have a common color to make it feel like they were made to be together / bandmates. As you can see, I also made Funtime Foxy's joints yellow as well, which really pops against the pink and maroon. Anyway, for Foxy's top, I wasn't sure if I was going to paint a typical ringleader jacket and just have nothing underneath, but the more I messed around with it, the more I was going to need a vest, because I kind of decided that another tie for all of them to share would be stripes. So I gave Funtime Foxy a vest with pink and yellow stripes. As for the jacket, I didn't want to go too out there since, again, this isn't actually clothes and too much paint detail on something small would be too crowded. Trust me, I paint sets for a living and sometimes less is more in order for the audience to see what's going on. So I did a simple pink jacket with maroon and yellow cuffs and a maroon lapel to help the button stand out. Now, to my surprise, Funtime Foxy does kind of have shoulder epaulets, like they're insanely small, but they're there, so I just made them bigger and added some ruffles to give the illusion of real epaulets. I also gave Funtime Foxy a collar for their bow, just so there's some difference between Funtime Foxy and Funtime Freddy, because bows are kind of Freddy and Bonnie's thing. Though now I kind of want to give all the Funtime animatronics bow ties as a fun nod that they were the OG band. Either way, I also gave Funtime Foxy a staff that shoots confetti and tickets, something that'll make the kids come closer. It also has knockout gas, cause you know. Now for Funtime Foxy's face. So as much as I love Funtime Foxy's face, it's still pretty much just OG Foxy's face. So to make them feel a little different, I curled Funtime Foxy's cheek fur and made the top 3 hairs into a curl bang. I mostly did it because I don't like the idea of Foxy's face opening up and those 3 hairs just stay in place. It makes me laugh. I also made Funtime Foxy's inner ear shaped an upside down heart and added some stud earrings, mostly to tie them and Ballora as being friends. Now for their makeup / face markings, I did tone it down a bit. I really didn't like the pink around their eyes fusing with their snout, so I broke the connection and pushed the colors back a bit. Plus, now you can see the cheeks better. I also made the whisker dots white, just to stick with the pink and white color palette Funtime Foxy's body is, and reworked their teeth to be more kid-friendly. And in case you were wondering, there's actual sharp teeth underneath. They're just tucked away for now. Anyway, for Funtime Foxy's chest, I decided to fuse the chest lines together and paint the underneath part to give the illusion of a heart. As for their tail, I pretty much just made it similar to Baby's pigtail, so it does open. It doesn't really do anything, but I mean, you know, it opens now. I also added some extra pink to their tail, mostly just because, and I did keep the nails, but I made them pointed. I figure if Baby was allowed to have an open fan, then Funtime Foxy was allowed to slay with sharp claws. I mean, Roxy has similar shaped nails, so why not, right? Anyway, this was so much fun, and I'm so happy with how Funtime Foxy turned out. I know it won't be for everyone, but I love it. And I can see kids actually giving Funtime Foxy the time of day, because let's be honest, if we were kids in the FNAF universe, we all would have been Baby or Freddy fans, because once Foxy was no longer pirate themed, we would have lost all interest. Also, sorry this video is not super duper long. I really didn't have much else to say about the character. I honestly have no beef with Funtime Foxy. I think they're really cool. I enjoy their design to like a weird degree, almost to the point that they're almost my favorite, but not quite. Like, that specific pedestal belongs to Chica. I'm so sorry. I'm a Chica girl. I love her so much. She's fucking awesome. But yeah, I mean, like, the only real gripe that I have with Funtime Foxy is the overall ringleader theming. There's no real theme for Funtime Foxy, and I feel really bad for Funtime Foxy, because I feel like they deserve to look like a ringmaster. They deserve to look like the boss, you know? I know Baby is the front runner, but Funtime Foxy is kind of the boss, if you think about it. And the same goes for Funtime Freddy as well. I feel like he also doesn't stick to a theme or represent what he's supposed to be, which is apparently a comedian ventriloquist slash magician, which, I mean, I don't really remember ventriloquism being a part of circus acts unless we're talking about American Horror Story Freak Show, but I don't see it. Plus, I don't really imagine kids being interested in ventriloquism when an animatronic is pretty much almost basically a ventriloquist dummy just with some added parts. So I'm probably going to make Funtime Freddy a magician and make Bonnie his little assistant. So it's going to be really cute. Don't worry about it. Anyway, super happy with the design. I'm excited to know what you all think. Oh, also before I forget, I'm gonna do redesigns for the security breach team. Well, more of a time skip where the animatronics are found and fixed up by the company years later. That way I can do something a little more fun and different with them, along with also going harder on the possible design ideas I have brewing, cause like, there's a lot, obviously. But I am super excited to get started on it because Sun and Moon are going to be the first ones that I work on since I've done a little bit more digging about them. Plus, you guys have given me a lot of extra info on them in the last video I made where I mentioned Sun and Moon. So I'm excited to mix in some of the stuff that you guys told me. Oh, also, yes, I will be redesigning the other Funtime animatronics, though I probably won't redesign Mangle or Lawbit Foxy. Sorry, I know a few of you really wanted me to do that, but I don't really have many ideas for them. Plus, I kind of already really like their designs in general because I feel they pretty much look the way that they're described. I know Lawbit is just a recolor, but Mangle is Mangle, and they look mangled, and it's like, I don't know how much of a redesign I can do for Mangle when they're literally when they literally look like they've been mangled. So it's like, I don't really know what to do here for this character, though I do think I would really like to do the mime puppet character. Like, the design has always confused me, and the lore for them is still really confusing in general as well. Like, I'm trying to rack my brain if I truly remember anything significant about that character, but I can't because there's so many FNAF characters and my brain can only hold so much. But yeah, I'd really like to tackle that animatronic. I feel like it would be a lot of fun. I mean, if it's not obvious, I love mime characters. Plus, I love like monochromatic styles and colors with the added red. It's always fun to mess around with, so we'll see. We will see. Anyway, next video will be Lilith reimagined, so get excited. So again, like the others, this will be my interpretation of the biblical figure, and I'm using that term loosely, but still excited to talk about her and share more lore and dynamics on how she, Lucifer, and the other sins interact along with Charlie. So get excited. Oh, also update, I should have the Has Been Hotel episode review video done by Saturday, so fingers crossed, because we got a lot to talk about, weirdly enough. I did not think episodes 1 and 2 would make me want to talk so much. But also because I'll be talking about every episode, so they're all going to be like individual videos, so 8 videos in total. But it also kind of sucks since episode 3 and 4 are coming out as well as the early access episodes 1 and 2, which just seems kind of silly to me. Like, I feel episodes 1 and 2 should come out on the 19th and just them, and then next Friday we get episode 3 and 4, because it's like, why are we getting episodes 3 and 4 on the actual release date of the series? You know, it's just weird for me in general, because like, I'm not used to this, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it, because I understand binge watching is a thing, but I'm a firm believer in like scheduled episodes, because I like to process every episode that I see. You know, give me a week to process what's going on and like rewatch a few things and get all my notes put together and my ideas. So like, having 4 episodes dropped all on one day just feels like a lot to me personally, but if you like it, go for it. Anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and me. I hope you all have a super fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!